Hello, my name is Hannah Jane Cohen. I'm the listings director of the Reykjavík Grapevine.
And I'm Valur Gréttisson, editor-in-chief at Reykjavík Grapevine.
And we are sitting here with our intern, Josie. Introduce yourself.
Hi. I'm Josie Gaitens. I'm an intern from Scotland. I'm here for 3 months. Yeah.
Scotland. We got the right whiskey for that.
We are joined with some Scottish whiskey for this special edition of the Culture Department's Daily Iceland. Now, we have a little bit of problem with the name Daily Iceland, as this is not a daily video, but as I've said before, you could watch this video daily, and thus it would be Daily Iceland. But anyway, today, do you want me to introduce? You can introduce.
No, I was just like, it's a constant debate with the name. But, the culture department would perhaps be more accurate, right?
I'm down with culture department. So, welcome to the culture department. Today it is Reykjavík Confessions. So we will be confessing our sins, what we like and what we don't like about Reykjavík, one each. Does that sound good?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I hate about Iceland. A lot of things. A few things I love about it, but what I love about Iceland is like, I really love it.
Yeah.
What I dislike about Iceland is I like kind of hate it, but I think we are like, I'll get to it later.
Oh,
but I think, should I start or?
Yeah, you start.
Okay.
We starting with likes or dislikes?
Likes, right?
Love it. Positivity.
What I like, it's an odd timing for this though, because it's like 70 degrees outside, which is kind of like, I think it's hotter today than it was a whole week last summer. But it's like, imagine we had like 2 to 5 degrees every day. It was horrible.
That's awful.
I really message with you. But what I like actually about Iceland are the dark winters. This is like the suicide season basically. It's like it's like very dark, very hectic, and the long winters can beat you down. But as I become older, I kind of like see the beauty of like the winter, and like it was heavy and like white, and kind of like shows me like a different kind of country and a nation.
Oh yeah.
And I hate to be in countries like where there is like no change in weather. I really need weather basically. It's like perhaps there's an island thing though.
I think it's quite beautiful, the darkness.
Yeah.
I like it. It's kind of a cozy hibernation season. Mm-hmm. It's kind of spooky and it makes you think a lot and you feel very deep. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Reykjavík Airport, for that lovely plane sound effect. That was actually just a sample from our soundboard.
I mean, because we're quite similar in Scotland.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have the really dark winters as well, and it can be really grating after a while. Depends on the weather as well. You know, if you've got nice crisp winter days, that's one thing. If it's just constant rain,
you can't go out for a while and such. I mean, and the weather is like all kinds.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't know. You like it's both like I think it's like. Yeah, there's like more good things happening within you than in the summer. I don't know.
I think so too. I so agree with that.
Like you create more, you work more, you like just do more, you drink more heavily.
Everything is more extreme.
Yeah, a little bit. You like I love it. Like on a shitty day in like December, I just need something fat, and like I just buy like fat food, candy and stuff. Yes. And it's not like because I like it in any way. It's more like I don't hate it either, of course. But we do it because like there is something like missing. I don't know. Like if it would be like this year of zero or something, and I would just eat a seal or something. Like just eat the flap of it or something.
That's
like,
when the true Icelandic nature comes out in Valur.
Yeah,
and he starts to want to eat a seal.
Yeah. We go down to the harbour and he's just taking a bite.
And that's when we know things are pretty dire.
Yeah.
So what about you? What's something you like about Iceland so far? Reykjavík?
So I've only been here for 3 weeks, so I can't comment on the winters, but I'm going to go total opposite direction. And the thing I've been really loving so far is every time I walk home, and that's at varying hours of day and night, it's always bright. And it's just really like reassuring, both in a kind of like, you know, personal security kind of way, but also just in like you get out of the club
as one does,
and you're like, oh man, full on night, and then it's just like beautiful and the sun is rising and you feel all like fresh and reborn.
Wow, I feel the exact opposite. I feel disgusting when I come out of a bar around 4:30 a.m. and there's like seagulls like on the street, like eating some bit of like leftover hot dog or pizza. I feel revolting. I'm like, oh, like I don't want to be seen. It's so bright. I'm so the opposite. I'm like, get me out of this place.
I agree with you. I'm always there with you. Like I always loved like both like the nights like when the sun is setting like at like 12 like at midnight. It's always spectacular.
Yeah.
Like the sky in like June is always crazy.
Yeah.
And also going from the clubs. Exactly. It's a good point. I loved this. I was always like when we were like walking home. It was like you felt
Don't
like
use the past tense here.
yeah, I'm done with this, of course, in some ways. But it was just such a I don't know, refreshing and like nice atmosphere. I remember when we were like drunk at like 5 o'clock at the pond here, Reykjavík, and just everybody just drinking, and it was like 5 o'clock and like 50 degrees outside, and like this. Bright outside.
Another sound from our soundboard that's definitely not our grapevine phone going off because we definitely didn't leave it plugged in.
Please subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Anyway.
So you basically hate the brightness because it's like it unveils your drunkenness.
You can see how awful my makeup has gotten. You can see how like slurred my speech is. Like I hate it. I would much rather be in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
At pretty much all times, I would much rather be in the dark. I'm not I'm not a sun person.
Okay. Fair enough.
Is it my turn?
It's
your turn, man.
Okay. Something I like about Reykjavík, I like how small it is.
Okay.
And Reykjavík is tiny. I think for people who haven't been here, you hear capital city and you think of, a couple million people at least.
Yeah.
There's 120,000 people who live in Reykjavík. It is tiny, okay? So like, I had a friend of mine contact me recently. He's visiting and he was like, oh, so where's the gayborhood? Where are all the gay bars? And I was like, there's one. And it's just with all the other bars. There's one.
Population of me.
It's just one.
Everybody knows everybody there. And
yeah, I was like, and then I started thinking about it and I'm like, it's difficult, but in Iceland, it's like, you kind of have no choice. If you like this one thing, there's one place for that and you have to go there. And there's X many people who also like that and you make friends with them. It's very easy. It's the same in the supermarket here. You don't have very many choices. You want toothpaste? Okay, one brand. Take it. I like it. It's simplified my life a lot. I feel very much like Steve Jobs.
It's also like, well, if you like the coffee houses or even the bars or something like that, you just have to hang there for a week, and after a week you know the staff, you know the other like customers that comes there every day, and you will kind of have like a social net like within days, which is probably not the thing if you live in like a super metro city or something like that.
Unless you're the cast of Friends.
If you are
the cast of Friends.
And you have one sofa reserved for you at times.
No, I mean that's what I like. But now, I think what's more juicy. What do you not like? What are your dislikes?
Mine is the nagging culture in Iceland. Nagging. This is we are a nagging nation, and this is a constant problem. This is, of course, now we have like the social media, but we used to have actually a radio show that did this. You could just call the radio show. It's like, yes, I wanted to like complain about the woman in TV. Like, yeah, what's wrong with her? I hate her clothes. It was always like this, and people just called this show and just nagged and nagged. But when we got the social media, like everybody like became a nagging person. So we kind of just, this like small but very popular radio show became like our daily life somehow. And we are basically always nagging about everything. And sometimes when I'm like I often like, go like, when I go to like to my Twitter, which is like not very Icelandic, then you can see like how other cultures are on social media, and they are not bitching about like, I saw a dog poop on the sidewalk. Who is gonna pick this up? Who is gonna pick this up?
That's
like,
true.
I mean, it's like
to complain.
Just complaining, nagging, and the thing is like, I mean, I'm old enough to realize that peace is basically the most valuable thing a country can have. It's simple as that. We have been in peace for ages. I think we are more lucky than 97% of the world just to be born here, because nobody needs anything and we're just fine. We're just a little bit drunk in the winter, but it's fine. But we're still just nagging about it.
Complaining about everything.
And you know, you've seen this culture,
for sure.
right?
I think people just like, I think the smaller a country is and a population is, the more like everyone feels entitled to a voice. Like everyone has a voice and everyone has an opinion, and it's not even that they have a voice or opinion, but that they think it matters, perhaps, or maybe it does matter more. So like, Jesus, that's just our friendly
ghost.
If you didn't see that, just something fell over.
No,
anyway,
it's
just the ghost.
But yeah, it's a tiring culture. I think it's perhaps people are getting more tired of this. They are like, they see a dog sit on the street and they are like, well, should I post this? Is this important enough? Like,
no,
not really. So,
your turn.
Josie?
My turn. Okay, y'all have really good drinking water. And I appreciate this. As someone from Scotland, we talk about water all the time. Like if someone goes somewhere, it's one of the first questions. Like, what was the weather like? What was the water like? But
first question. How was the water?
It's important.
What's the water in Scotland like? Just for context. Excellent.
Okay.
And never doubt that. But the number of times, and obviously it must be important here too, because I've had so many people talk to me about English water, and I suppose if you've been to the UK, you're more likely to have been to England or to London. Most people have been to London, and they're like, "What's up with the water in London?" And I'm like, "Guys, your water is the devil's work. It smells like eggs every time I shower." I'm just like trying to get around the sulfur, like trying to get in my head.
You get used to it, man. Very quickly. Don't worry. You hate this.
One more.
It's just like I try to like. Do you know what? I kind of got used to it for washing myself, but for washing dishes, I just can't do it.
Really?
I boil cold water.
I forget about that.
In the kettle. It's just like trying to tell your brain that that's a smell of something clean.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
I mean, obviously.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Obviously, I really don't understand it, because I mean I have never felt this. I grew up with this smell.
Obviously, you're insane.
It's a good little gaslighting.
But the thing is, like, I mean, I imagine like when we are going through like these what do you call it, hveras, right? Where the geysers are and so on. You can feel like this times 10, you know. And of course you can find it's like a fasting, like smell of fast.
Yeah, it's not pleasant.
Yeah, and I imagine like it's strong when you come here first, but I think it takes you like what, a week to adjust it to it.
It gets
week 3.
Soon you'll stop. Yeah, I think I'll give it a week more and you will stop smelling it.
Yeah. No, it's as complaints go, it's not that bad. I can live with it.
Okay.
But your egg water. That's my least favorite thing at the moment.
Okay, fair enough. A little bit slightly offended, but fair enough.
Offensive. Okay.
See if I get fired.
Yeah, bye. You should just go.
Okay, cheers guys.
Cheers. Leave the whiskey. Okay, mine. So what I liked was how small Iceland is. What I don't like is also how small Iceland is. Because this
is a problem, man.
As I said, my example of my friend asking me where the gayborhood was and where the gay bars, and I'm saying there's one. Now, if there's one thing in Iceland, if you like this something, there's only one choice. If you don't like that one choice, well, sucks to suck. You know, if you don't like that one gay bar, sucks to suck. That's the only one.
I mean, this is in a way our justice system also. It's like, I kid you not. I mean, it sounds harsh, but like with small islands, if you fuck up, you can fuck up like really badly. In like you can't go. I mean, if you're mean to someone, if you if you say something that like if you kind of like burn your bridges. I mean, where are you gonna go? Back to the bar?
Burned.
Like, I mean,
they're burned. People
really have to be kind of careful about what they do and what they say, how they act, and so on. Which is like perhaps not a good thing, but at the same time, kind of a good thing, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's.
Like,
I think it's like more than that. I mean, I
it's a moral
agree with
system.
that. Oh no, I agree with that
Yeah.
because if you fuck up, like you burn bridges badly, like
Yeah.
that's done forever, and everyone knows, and you'll be, you know, good luck finding. I don't know, but
whatever bar you're gonna go
it's
to.
just hard. I think like the other things about it being small that you don't think about until you've lived here for a little bit is like if you break up with someone who's in the same like social scene as you,
Yeah.
you'll see them weekly for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like that's just like.
And also, this will always be hard because of the, like friends and so on.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the same story, I think, always, but it's extremely uncomfortable, I think, often in Iceland because of how few people are. But
Well, yeah, it's like if you don't like someone and they're sort of in your social group, you'll see them weekly. Like there's no escaping.
Yeah.
If you just like think someone's annoying, there's no escaping. There's no escaping anything you don't like. It's just like gonna be there always.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it true about the app? So that you don't.
You don't.
Go sleep with your cousins.
Yeah.
No, it's
That's not
it was
true.
fake news.
I know two people.
Yeah.
I mean it's fake news, but I do know two people who've slept with their cousin. They didn't know they were cousins
okay,
at the time.
that's an important.
They didn't know
point.
they were, but they found out at a family reunion.
Yeah.
And I know two separate cases. I know two
What
separate
a place
cases.
to reek around.
Gross.
Like, why are you here?
Ugh.
You're with someone, right?
Oh man.
But
Gross.
this is not a problem in Iceland, like sleeping with next of kin. Very few do it. It's illegal. I think it's illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah, so it's like the app is absolute bullshit. It was a nice story, but it was fake news.
I mean,
So-
the app was real, but it wasn't used. It
No, it was just like a
was
joke.
It was like a project.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's like a school project,
Sure.
I think.
But we actually do have
Sleep with your cousin.
yeah. to make it more complicated, we actually have like all of Icelanders like families traced back, and it's online. You can go online, and I can find out like who my forefathers were. Like nothing.
Wow.
So it's
That's
like,
so crazy.
but it's not because of like nothing connected to this. But I could
Okay.
find out if I was like your cousin or something like that.
Yeah.
So
That's so crazy.
Yeah, heard it here first.
yeah,
We're cousins.
We're cousins.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you never know. I mean, like
You never know. But yeah, those are the things that we like and
Yeah.
the things that we dislike about Reykjavík and Iceland. These are our confessions. That's a great song. You know that song, Confessions?
yeah.
No.
I've never heard it. I think. What song?
These are my confessions. We're gonna get claimed now.
Ah,
We can't include that. You're gonna have to bleep
Ah.
that out. UMG will claim us for that 1 second. It happens on every YouTube video. Anyway, that's a totally different story. We'll talk about that later. Thank you so much for watching Daily Iceland or Culture News. Like this video if you
subscribe.
like it.
If you have questions, if you want to know more, like even just tell us like what you
Yeah.
likes and dislikes about Iceland. I mean, of course, I have to say that perhaps of all things I love, winter is not the biggest thing, but it's one of the biggest things. I imagine like I could find like 20 other things also with dislike. So
Oh yeah.
so tell us more if you
In the
have something to say.
comments. And subscribe to us and hit the bell button for notifications whenever we post a video. And
And give Hannah a high five if you meet her on the street.
give me a high
She
five.
loves
Yeah.
it.
Love
she
it.
loves
Oh, shit.
people.
Talk to me.
Especially at 5 in the morning.
When you're walking home.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
in
have to
broad
say.
daylight.
Nightmare. And if you want to support the Grapevine, buy our merch. Link in description. I love saying that. And we will see you in next video. Thank you.
Thank you.
Peace out.